All right, we are on video number 21. We got Venom out. Pretty sure it's video number 21, I think. Hold on. I'm not lefty, I gotta use the mouse here. He's in my right hand. We are on. Hold on. Give me a sec. Yep, we are on video number 21. So, in this video, I want to go over just the beginning parts of how we're going to create a strategy. Again, we've went over basically everything that I use in the markets. I keep everything pretty simplified. Some people use more stuff like breaker blocks and the fib, but again, I'm going to go over that stuff in future videos. Right now, I think it's best to just keep what I have with the fair value gaps, order blocks, equilibrium, SMTs, and what else? Inverse fair value gaps, and liquidity, market structure, all that stuff to get just the basics out there. Because again, I like to just simplify trading as much as possible. I don't like to just use too many confluences to make it so confusing. And again, that's what I'm going to go over in this video. Before we start going over into a strategy, I just want to explain what you guys and girls should do if you're going to start trying to learn how to develop a strategy and figure a strategy out, so I could save you guys the time and the struggle of putting so many things together, thinking that, hey, the more the better the trader you're going to be. But again, I think, me personally, what I've discovered in my journey for the past 6 years is that in the beginning of my journey, when I was just trying to put so many strategies together, like when I would watch so many different YouTubers or just mentors and stuff like that, I would try and put all their strategies together and just mark out so many different things, and it just made it so much more confusing. I would use so many different time frames. I would use every time frame, like I would use the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute to get my daily bias, and then I would like scale down to the 15 minute and take stupid trades. But again, I had to go through that experience to learn from the failures over time, and that's what helped me become the trader I am today. And again, I'm still growing over time, but again, I feel like I've been pretty good lately, just being able to navigate the markets, get my daily bias, enter on a lower time frame, and just consistently do that over a long period of time. And that's just helped me a lot in my journey, because again, I simplified trading a lot more based off of when I first started, because again, I just thought you had to know so much and trading so complicated, and the more the better, but that ended up not helping me out. And again, if you're a real trader, I feel like you understand that too. It's better to keep it simplified and stick to a system instead of just trying so many different things every day and just being all over the place 24/7. So again, I already went over all the tools of let's just get it going. I went over all the tools basically of what you guys need to study in the market. So it's going to be up to you at this point to go back and study all of that. I'm not saying we're over with the boot camp yet. We're going to go over what strategies could work for you guys and girls. You go ahead. You can try them when we do get in the later videos. But again, I'm also going to go over time frames, take profits, stop losses. Excuse me. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much good enough information for free to put out there right now. Again, all this information I'm putting out there is legit. It's like, just because I'm putting it out there for free on YouTube, some people think it's just like a scam and all this shit. But again, if you're stuck in your trading and you have nowhere, like you don't understand where you are, I recommend just watching this whole boot camp through when it's finished. And I promise you, if you stick to this whole thing that I teach you for a year, I'm telling you, you're just going to get better and better over time. And it's the way I trade. It's what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. But again, it's a pretty good strategy. A lot of people use it. It's a smart money concept strategy. I guess you could label it under ICT, I would guess. But again, it's just, I've learned a bunch of stuff from a bunch of mentors and people on YouTube and stuff over time. I've been in mentor classes and stuff like that, mentorships, and it's just I pretty much put all the puzzle pieces together, what worked best for me, and it ended up just becoming what it is now. So again, yeah. But diving into the video, what I really do want to go over though is again, just because I go over SMTs, fair value gaps, break structure, order blocks, equilibrium, inverse fair value gaps, what else did we go over? Is that pretty much it? Yeah, whatever. We can go back and look at it. All the stuff that I'm teaching you guys is you don't have to use every single thing at once. Like, again, when you're trying to develop a strategy, what you're going to learn is you're going to go back and back test the data. Go back and back test a shit ton when you guys learn all these confluences. See what works best for you. Figure out what time frames work best for you. Like if I'm teaching you guys 4-hour and 1-hour draws in liquidity, that could be two draws in liquidity you guys can mark out every single day based off your strategy that you could follow. Again, is your trade going to present itself every single day trading like this? No. But again, if you're a really good trader and you want to be profitable over a consistent amount of time, you're not going to be taking trades every single day. You're going to have to sit out on some days when the market's choppy, when the market doesn't present your setup. And again, it's just like sometimes you'll see your setup and it's going to play before the market opens or maybe before the macro if you don't want to take a trade before the macro time frame, or if you're waiting for news and it plays out before news. Some people get FOMO and they chase that price. Again, with the strategy I teach, you're not going to be trading every single day, but again, that's the good part about it because you keep it very simplified. You know, like for example, if I tell you to trade, like go back and back test it. If I say mark out draws like on liquidity, like the 4-hour and the 1-hour, right? Then you'd scale down to, let's say, the 5-minute time frame. We're going to go over this in the next video. You'd scale down to the 5-minute time frame, wait for a break of structure. Then you'd scale down to the 1-minute time frame, look for your continuation confluences on the lower time frame. You know your high time frame bias. We see fair value gap, equilibrium fill, or inverse fair value gap. Bang, there's your entry. Excuse me. And that's what I'm saying, like building a system over time. It's not like saying, hey, we see all right, let's say we took the trade I just explained, right? And then the next day, you're all over the place. You end up looking at the weekly time frame, the daily time frame. You mark out the highs and lows of the weekly or the daily, which I don't do. Again, some people might have a strategy with that, but I personally don't. Then you scale down to the 15-minute time frame, wait for a break of structure, fair value gap fill, and then you take the trade off the 15-minute. Like you totally switch up your trade, right? Instead of just sticking to the one you took on the first day. But again, this is what backtesting is going to help you with. You're going to find out if fair value gaps work for you, if order blocks work for you, if SMTs with the fair value gap work with you, liquidity sweeps if they work for you. But again, you got to go back and you have to back test the data and see how it works for you. Like go back and start from the beginning of the year. Go back and test it. Say, hey, I'm going to test looking at a 4-hour draw on liquidity. We're only going to mark out a 4-hour high or a 4-hour low. We're going to wait for price to come up and sweep that area. We're going to scale down to the 5-minute time frame, look for our break of structure, and then we're going to scale down to the 1-minute time frame, look for our continuation confluences, like a fair value gap. Let's say you just want to stick with the fair value gap. Price comes up to a fair value gap, shows us it's showing buying pressure. If we swept out sell side liquidity, boom. You end up hitting your trade. You keep finding that trade over and over again. You see, hey, you write it down in your journal. Every time I see this setup based off of a 4-hour draw on liquidity, a 5-minute break of structure, and a 1-minute continuation confluence, hey, I hit this 75% of the time every time I see it. And then boom, there's one strategy for you. You can label that under an A+ strategy. Then you can go back and back test again. Say, hey, I'm going to mark out a 4-hour draw on liquidity, and I'm going to mark out a 1-hour draw on liquidity, right? The highs and lows before market open. Then when I see one of those draws in liquidity get taken out, I'm going to scale down to the 5-minute time frame, look for a break of structure, scale down to the 1-minute time frame, look for a continuation confluence like a fair value gap or equilibrium. See how many times that works for you. You say, hey, when I use this strategy, it works 80% of the time. I don't see it every day, but again, it works for me. And that's like, guys, the whole point of learning a excuse me, holy shit, I just went to eat Italian food. The whole point of learning a strategy is getting an edge in the market. And I say this in all my videos. I don't understand why some people talk shit on different kinds of strategies. Whatever works best for you works best for you. Don't you dare bite me, mister. But whatever works best for you works best for you, right? Again, you don't have to follow the strategy. I recommend you at least trying it out, giving it time, at least 2 to 3 months, and tell me how much better you got using it. Like seriously, put in the time, put in the effort, and actually try to figure it out. Actually try to go back and back test it. Actually try and learn the confluences and actually examine what happens when you use the confluences. Like when we go back to the example again, let's say you don't want to use fair value gaps, right? Let's say you mark out a 1-hour draw on liquidity, right? You're going back and back test and you're trying to figure out what strategy works best for you. Let's say you go back and you back test, let's say I mark out a 1-hour draw on liquidity, a 1-hour highs and lows before the market opens. We wait for that 1-hour draw to get swept. We see a liquidity sweep, right? How do we know it's a liquidity sweep? We scale down to the 5-minute time frame. We have a break of structure, right? Let's say we sweep buy side liquidity, right? We want price to go down. We break structure to the downside on the 5-minute. Hey, this might be a liquidity sweep. How can we confirm that? We're going to scale down to the 1-minute time frame. We see we broke structure to the downside, formed an order block on the 5-minute time frame. We scale down to the 1-minute time frame. We wait for a retracement back into that order block. Look for selling pressure out of it. Bang. There's our entry. You know? So it's like you got to put these puzzle pieces together. Again, I'm going to give you guys the strategy as we go longer into this. Like again, it's probably going to be in the next video. We'll probably go over like a strategy creation or something like that. I just wanted to talk to you guys and girls first about what your mindset should be going into this. But again, we'll go over the strategy creation in the next video. But then after that, we'll show the strategy that we created. We'll show it in the live markets how it actually can work. But again, is it going to be there every single day? No. That's not how good traders trade. Every person that I watch that's a really profitable trader, again, there's levels to this shit, guys. Like there's people who are trading with so much money. Most of these people aren't even on social media. But all the people that I watch, like if you see like, I don't even want to say names, but again, all the really good traders you see on social media, you do not see them taking a trade every single day. Like maybe based off of their strategy they might, but based off trading like the way I do and just with smart money concepts or like with fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps and all that stuff, you don't see somebody taking a trade every single day. There's some days where they sit out because the market doesn't look right, and it's better to sit out than just forcing a trade. Sometimes the market plays out before you could have seen it. Sometimes the market hits on all your draws and liquidity and there's nothing for the day to target during that move during the AM session, right? So you walk away and you're done. And as we talk about AM session, here's another thing that I want to say is that, why are you so jumpy today? He's like in a pissy mood. Another thing that I want to say is you guys got to stick to like I already said it once, keep everything simplified. Stick to just trading one index. I personally just trade the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. If you're going to trade SMTs, you're going to need to use NASDAQ and S&P 500 together. But for fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps, order blocks, equilibrium, break of structure, all that stuff, you could just trade one index. Get used to it first. Then maybe go to the SMTs and then go separate ways. Maybe the fan's bothering him. That might be the problem. Shut that off. Fan bothering you, dog? I don't know. But again, simplify it. Go to one index. Go back. Go to the beginning of the year. Back test a month's worth of data. Find your strategy. Write it down in your notebook. What I'm going to look for every single time. Mark out 4-hour draws and liquidity before market open. Wait for market open to open up. Wait for a 4-hour draw and liquidity to get swept. Scale down to the 5-minute time frame. Look for a break of structure. Scale down to the 1-minute time frame. Look for my continuation confluences. Boom. Back test that for a month straight and be disciplined and stick to that plan. It's not mark out 4-hour draws and liquidity and scale down to the 15-minute time frame. Wait for a break of structure on the 15-minute time frame. I think it's going to go down. We'll enter off the 15-minute. No. Stick to your game plan. Stick to your strategy. Stick to your rules. We set these for a reason, right? So you're going to go back. You're going to back test this. And it's like you're not going to back test this on every session. Stick to one session first. Master one session. I personally only trade AM session. That's what works best for me in my schedule and what I do best in, right? Some people might do best in PM session. Some people might do best in Asian session or London session. Again, whatever session works best for you, if like you're working a job or something like that, go back and back test it on that, or just go do a year's worth of data on that one time frame or that one session. Go do that first, and then you can go to London session and Asian session. Learn which one you do best in, and then stick with that. Keep it simple. It's not like you should be trading New York Open, PM session, then I'm going to trade Asian session, then I'm going to trade London session. Boom, that's my day. I'm going to keep repeating that over and over and over again. No, you're putting more risk on the table. Our job when we want to be profitable traders is to get in the market and out of the market as quick as possible, take our profits, and be done for the day. That's how you build consistency over time. It's not take a trade every time we see a damn setup. That's not how it works. Because again, in the long run, you're just putting more risk on the table. You're not going to be as mentally sharp. The market's going to be reacting in different ways. Because in each session they move it, like the volatility is different in each session. New York session's volatility is like, it's way quicker, it's fast, it's the most volatile session out of all of them. And again, then you have Asian session, which is really slow. Like, again, you're gonna have to wait longer for different setups. That's why with some people's patience, it can be different. Again, I personally do best, what I've done with my dad over the 6 years, I do best trading New York session. When I traded Forex, and I was not the best at Forex, I'll be totally honest with you. I would trade London session, Asian session, because I was wrestling at the time and doing school. I would stay up till 3 a.m., trade London session, and my mind was just, I wasn't getting any sleep. I was terrible. I couldn't think, and then you have to wait slowly for setups, and I was all over the place trying a different setup every night. It was just terrible. It's just, I wasn't there, and this is why I'm making this video, to help you guys skip that stage and point you in the right direction to help you out, you know? So, again, how long are we at? We're 15 minutes. That's crazy how quick time goes by when I talk to you. You, like, fucking camera. But, yeah, I mean, the takeaways to get from this video, right? We're going to go over the strategy. Just be patient. I promise. We already learned the confluences. You guys should still be studying those regardless. It's not like you're going to watch every single video and know everything. You're going to have to put in the work. So let's go over this before we end the video. Number one, you're going to have to put in the work and figure out how to use these confluences, right? I'm showing you what you can go and study and learn that actually works in the markets. It works for me. This strategy works for me. I don't care what anybody says. I trade live every day. I have my recaps up. You can go back, look at the proof on YouTube or Instagram, whatever you want, right? Again, am I making a shit ton of profits yet? No. Am I making consistent payouts 24/7 yet? No, but this is why I'm putting myself on YouTube for you guys. We finally built back up to our PA accounts. I was at 11 at one point. You all know the story. I was making a lot of money back then in my first couple years with crypto. Then I transferred the Forex. Then I transferred the futures. Was doing okay. Took me a while to even build up. This is like 3 years ago. To even build up to 11 accounts. About a year ago, I built up to 11 accounts. Got a couple payouts. Ended up blowing those because I tried to get a $30,000 something payout. And then it's just like that mentally effed me up for a little bit. And that's just part of trading. That's part of growing. And now we're back. We slowly built our way back up. I had to prove myself. I went on demo for a little bit. And then I built my evals back up. And then now we're at 7 PA accounts. And now we're building those up slowly. It's all a process. It just takes time. You can judge me if you want and stuff like that and say, hey, this kid's not making $100,000 per trade. Guys, this is the real reality of trading I'm putting on social media for you to show you that it's possible, because when it does happen, we have the proof to show it that it actually works. We have the whole story, not the entire story. Again, I started the social media 6 months ago. I had to learn, at least know what I'm doing to be able to post this for you guys. But again, it's like you see the whole process of just being stuck in an area of just being like break even and making profits. I'm in that area, and then once we get past this hump, it'll show you it's possible. It really will. But again, you just got to trust me, and just, I promise, I'm doing this for free on YouTube. I'm not trying to scam nobody. The strategies work. Other people teach this stuff. Again, but the things we have to take away from this video is you have to find what works best for you, right? Figure out what confluences work best for you. If a fair value gap works better than an order block for you and you don't know how to use an order block, it's just so confusing to you, just fuck the order block. Skip that, stick with your fair value gap and your liquidity sweep and your breaker structure and equilibrium, something like that, right? Stick with what works best for you, what makes sense for you. Trading does not have to be so freaking complicated. You can make it dumbed down. The strategy part isn't the hard part of this. You're going to start coming into psychology, risk management, and emotions and money management, and we're going to make the videos on those. But again, that's when the stuff really gets hard. I'm going to be totally honest with you. But again, figure out what works best for you. Figure out what confluences work best for you. Go back and back test these confluences first before trying to create a strategy. See how they work. When you're trying to learn a liquidity sweep, learn how to identify a liquidity sweep. Go back and back test that. I know it takes time. I know you don't want to hear me say, take your time, be patient. You can't rush into making $100,000 yet. If you're going to do this, you're going to be stuck in a rut for a long time, dude. I'm telling you, I was the same thing. I wanted to prove my money to people, and I made a lot of money in the beginning of my stages, and then I lost most of it, and I wanted to make that back so quickly, and that's just not the real reality of trading. It's really not. You're not going to get rich overnight doing this shit. It takes time. These people you see on social media, they all if they're really a professional trader and they're really making the money they're making, they had to go through the hard parts of trading first for many years to get to where they want to be, right? So figure that out. Figure out your confidence, how to use them. Then start putting the puzzle pieces together. Start saying, hey, after you watch this next video coming up, all right, we have our draw on liquidity we're going to mark out, our 4 hour, 1 hour. We're going to, holy shit. We're going to scale down to the 5 minute time frame. We're going to look for our break of structure. Hey, look for an order block, scale down to the 1 minute time frame, look for an inverse fair value gap or a fair value gap fill, rejection off of it, boom, entry. Go back test that. Back test it, perfect it, make it your A+ setup, perfect that. So every time you see it, you know when to take it. Perfect this. That doesn't mean you perfect that right away and it's like, all right, we know how to trade. We're going to friggin' go to the 15 minute time frame now, look for a 15 minute liquidity sweep, scale down to the 1 minute time frame, and just enter off of an inverse fair value gap. Like, come on. Don't fucking make 10 different strategies. Find 2 or 3 entries that work for you. Stick to those and try and find those every single day. That's your edge in the market. You wait for it. And the days you don't see it, you don't trade. You be patient. You're calm. You're cool. You're calm and cool and collected, dude. Just take your time. You don't have to trade every single day. It's better to be consistent. Let's say you trade every single day. Let's say I make $100 on Monday. I lose $100 on Tuesday. I lose another $100 on Wednesday. I make $100 on Thursday, and then I make $100 or $0 on Friday, right? I think I did the math correctly. It'd be break even. What would be better? Taking a trade every day of the week? Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose? Or would it be best to be, I won Monday, didn't see a setup Tuesday and Wednesday, I won Thursday, didn't see a setup Friday, 2 profitable trades instead of taking 2 profitable trades and 3 losses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you just want to force a trade and make money. But if your setup showed you, if your setup was there Monday and Wednesday, look at this, Monday and Wednesday, if your setup was there Monday and Wednesday, take it. If it's not there Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, then it's not there. Like, we don't need to force trades every day. And that's where psychology and all this shit's going to come into play when we make a video with that. But again, I don't know. I'm just trying to help you guys and just explain the things that I've learned through my journey, and I just think it's really helpful information. I wish I had this information back then. Again, I'm putting this for free on YouTube. It's literally here for you guys to watch and listen to and go back and study. But again, you have those people on YouTube who just, I don't know, they watch a video and they're like, oh, this is bullshit. It didn't work in the first day. Like, you're never going to be successful if you're treating things like that in life. Like, do you think fucking Michael Jordan went on the basketball court when he was 18? I don't even know the backstory of Michael Jordan. I think he was bad in high school or something like that, right? I don't even know. Like, I could be wrong. But again, you think he went on the court when he was 18 years old, shot a 3-pointer, and then he became Michael Jordan? He became fucking the best basketball player in the world? Like, it's like, no, it's the sleepless nights he had, the days he was practicing when nobody's watching. It's like all these people, like these athletes, these businessmen, like all these people who create stuff, like these guys, they spend endless hours studying when nobody's watching. So after watching these videos, you know what you need to do. Get to work. Study your ass off. Back test your ass off. One day you're not going to have to back test every single day. You'll get to a point where you know what you need to do, and then you're just going to have to focus on psychology, emotions, and risk management because you're going to know how to trade. You don't need to know all this shit. You don't need to be the smartest guy in the world. You don't need 8 million indicators on your damn chart to figure this shit out. You can dumb it down and make it simple, and that's what I try and tell people, but they don't believe me. It's crazy. So, again, I'm going to stop talking so much because I'll talk for freaking days about this stuff because I'm so obsessed with it. But again, if you want to follow my information and you want to listen to me, go ahead. That's totally up to you. I've been trading for a while. I've made many mistakes. I've lost money. I've blown accounts. I've got scammed. I've everything. I've explained this to you guys. And I've been through some hard times. I don't care what anybody has to say. When I do blow up one day and I show you guys the truth of what I went through, I have all the pictures, the screenshots. I don't want to put that out there right now because it'd be all cringy and shit. But again, I've had the dark days in trading. I've had the days looking myself in the mirror and just thinking this is never going to work. but I never gave up on it because it's my dream, and I keep going every single day, getting better every day, and this has been one of my best months trading so far. I was like, I think I'm 72% profitable this whole month. So again, it's just like, you might not think that's a lot, but I feel like 72% is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not fucking 85, 90%, the 100% win rate by my course, some shit like that. But again, I don't know. Just trying to give you guys and girls the best advice possible that I wish I had in the beginning of my journey, just to help skip the freaking hardships that you'd have to figure out on your own. Now there's just so many YouTube videos out there. It can be so confusing. Trust me, I know. Find one mentor, stick to it, study your ass off, figure out what they tell you to do. It's not like I could just tell you, like, I wish I could. I wish I could say, dude, liquidity sweep, break a structure, freaking inverse fair value gap entry, put it into your brain, and it'd be that simple within a day. It's not. You have to go back test this. And then back testing is a little bit different than live data. Because again, you're just clicking a button and the candlestick just magically appears and you can go quickly. Again, when you have live data, you got to deal with your patience and stuff. Like, then you got to go to demo and then use it in the live markets. Examine how the markets move, what it's targeting first before it makes the move. Like, everything's going to start clicking. I promise. But learn the basics first. Do your best to figure it out. I promise. If you put in the work and you spend the time studying endlessly for the first year or two, I promise you will grow. You will grow so much. You will be so surprised. I even go back and watch my first YouTube video 6 months ago, and I'm a totally different trader. I can't imagine if I keep this up where I'll be a year or 2 years from now. And that's why I made this YouTube. Again, if nobody wants to listen to me, if one person wants to listen to me, I go back, I watch my trade recaps, I watch my live trading, I watch my educational videos, because again, it's my own little journal. Right now, I feel like I'm just talking to a camera, not a bunch of people. But again, for the people out there listening, this is real information. I don't know what to say. It's what I've learned over the past 6 years of my journey. So again, I appreciate everybody who's liked and subscribed. Venom's still kind of a little pissy right now. Oh, he's just tired. I don't know, one of the two. But he looks like he's getting bigger. It's going to be weird seeing him where he is a year from now. I only take him out when we do these educational videos. But, see if he'll come out. Right, Venom? Yeah, he's a little trading buddy. Right now his freaking cage has paper towels in the back because he had another mite on him. I thought I cured him, but hopefully it's done soon. We can get his enclosure back to nice and snazzy looking. But, again, appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody who's like and subscribe. Remember to like and everything, comment, subscribe, click that bell button in the top corner. I don't even know, whatever. But again, yeah. Hope everybody enjoys these videos. I'm trying my best to give you guys real information. You can say whatever you want. Again, there's always going to be the people out there who talk shit. But again, the people who really want to learn, they're going to put in the work, they're going to put in the time, they're going to put in the effort, and they'll see that over time that this information that was given is actually stuff that can help you speed run to profitability, or just make you get over a hump that you didn't need, you needed to get over, and give you that information. So we're gonna end it here. Venom's gonna say goodbye. Is he gonna zoom in on it? People are probably like, "Ew, get your snake away from me! Oh my god! Oh my god! Got a big snake!" Alright, I'm gonna end this here. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you in the next video, and appreciate it. I gotta try and hit this button again. I'm lefty, I'm righty.